let's see. Let's see. Alright. Good evening. To trying something new, and this is, I'm gonna be honest, probably gonna be not an extended series. So, the God King is fallen, the Emperor is in despair, the time is nigh for you to be our instrument for salvation. You will now be familiarized with the basics of Void Warfare, and if you've seen this already, or if you know anything about, like, you will note that this is very much leaning on Warhammer 40k. This is your ship. As you come out of this vessel, you may select any crew member of the ship, including yourself, by clicking the portrait frame. You must select them by clicking them directly or dragging a box around them. Move yourself to the designated room where crew members are selected by issue commands by right-clicking any of the rooms on your ship. The selected crew member moves to destination and automatically perform any required task upon arrival. Very similar. Systems control interface allows you to control your ship's systems. Each system has an icon that corresponds with one on your ship. Yeah. This is just power, this is shields. Wonderful. Then engines, subspace drive allows it to dodge enemy attacks, man increases subspace drive charge speed. Yeah, drive charge speed and evasion. Reveal shipboard oxygen. And yeah, okay, the green light above is whether it's manned or not. A launch bay. Launches crew assaults that's an enemy craft. Yeah, it's a boarding torpedo. And then a weapons bay, right. Each system has an icon that corresponds with one in your ship. All of your systems are powered by the ship's reactor, which is shown here. Each barrel is a presence when you know reactor power and more power. It's very FTL. However, any systems for more detail. While hovering, a reticle appears on your ship showing you the location of each system. Yep. Subsystems. What do we have? The command throne. Evasion and change charges subspace drive. Engine must be powered. Half evasion if crew is present but not manning. Manning with commander grants extra 5% evasion. Autopilot allows the ship to retain a percentage of evasion even when the throne is unmanned. The doors and the sensors. Okay. And that they automatically powered and do consume reactor power. To proceed, hover over each of the ships. Yeah. Should have maybe done that later. Your ship's hull strength, which is 30. Yep. When this reaches 0, your ship will explode and everyone aboard it will die. Or wish they died. Pair of Imperial Forces join your crew. Fire resistance, Imperial citizens, equipment slots, and here you may already see where it differs. They have actual equipment slots and health and damage. They arrived in time to assist you with fire that is broken out on your ship. Time is precious when confronted by hazards like fire. Thankfully, you have access to command mode. The command mode indicator shows when you are in command mode. When in command mode, all of the actions are paused, giving you time to carefully examine the situation and queue up any commands you might have. It's a pause button. Command mode represents your ability to think on your feet. It allows you to set the right targets, issue crew orders, allocate director power, event airlocks all at the same time. Fire needs to be extinguished. Select all of the crew, move them in. Okay, setting multiple crew members will let them accomplish the task faster, which helps to reduce any injuries you might sustain. You successfully extinguish the fire. Unfortunately, another fire has broken out on your ship. This time, instead of sending crew to extinguish fire, use your ship's door control system to open and vent out the room. Leave command mode and all. Yeah, it sounds about right. The room will slowly turn pink as oxygen is vented out. Fully vented room will appear with diagonal hazard stripes. Crew inside a fully vented room will lose a portion of the health every second as they suffocate. Suffocation will hurt high HP units more than low HP units. That is actually good to know. It's time to prepare for subspecialization with the commander to command throne. Notice how you might command the command throne when you arrive. You will need to power your engines before you engage the subspace drive. Left click to power it. Power has been removed from your reactor for engines. With the engines powered, your subspace drive is inactive. It is time to engage the drives. As you prepare to initiate subspace translation, a sudden energy spike surges through the vessel, destroying your engines. Your engines are now red, showing they have been fully destroyed. You will need to repair your engines before you can engage your subspace drives. Send someone to the engine room to begin repairing your engine system. Why would he walk like that instead of... Well, it doesn't really make a difference, does it? Now think about it. exile. 85. Ancient Sands, okay, and I teleport self into target room. We resist 15% HP upon warp. Okay. NSI engines have automatic powered themselves. Repaired systems will automatically power themselves up to the last power state, provided there is enough free reactor power. Enter the powered, you are reading engage the subspace drive. As command of the ship, you must be present aboard the ship to engage the subspace drive. You can always identify the commander of a ship by hovering over them and looking for the commander keyword. Ah, actually. Fire-resistant Imperial Citizen. Will rest 15% HP upon warp. A keeper of Udo, Captain Constant Pain, will implant psychoflagellants. Such is the price of eternal vigilance against deviations from Imperial protocol. That sounds right. Star map. It contains all of the jump nodes in the current sector. Hovering over a node will display basic information about that node. Visit. So if I see this correctly, this is actually more of a forward map. Instead of... Stargate over there, current location, pan right, pan left. This looks more like a Slay the Spire style map instead of a shaman. Okay. Shipyard. Alright, so about that node, you can use these controls, yeah. When you're ready, press the home button to center your map at your current location. Select jump mode to engage your subspace drive, this one. And now, combat. The galaxy is filled with hostile threats. These servo husks have gone rogue and are threatening to destroy your ship. Unfortunately, their ships do not have enough strength to penetrate your shields. You will show them the error of the ways. Command mode, power your weapon by clicking it. Now the weapon is powered, click on it again to activate it. Your weapon is on. Set the target by clicking on a room. Always the shields. You go to the weapons. You go here. Save the stations. And it's a Q. The two shots from your cannon cannot penetrate enemy shield layers. You will need some help to overcome the enemy. The ship is equipped with a launch-based system, which will allow you to conduct boarding operations against the enemy ship. Crew into the system will be delivered in an assault sled. The assault sled is designed to penetrate all enemy shielding before crashing into the enemy ship. Send your crew to the launch bay. Yeah, you two. Go for it. So it's good. Right, click the low crew button. I looked up the hotkeys, it's V. Crew on the launch bay are hidden from view inside the ship. They are shown in the small counter at the top of the launch bay system. Click the launch button. I have not looked up what that is. Oh, okay. You have specific... And then the... Your crew has killed an enemy and damaged the enemy shield systems. Notice that the enemy shield icon has turned orange. This indicates that the system has been damaged. Eternally, when an enemy system is destroyed, its icon will turn red. Your crew will instantly damage an enemy system anytime they kill a non-temporary enemy crew in the same room. This is a great way to quickly damage enemy systems. Your crew will also attack the enemy systems if there are no enemies to fight in the room. Your boarding action has degraded enemy defenses. Return your crew to your ship using the recall crew button. Remember, you risk losing any crew aboard the enemy ship if the enemy ship explodes or successfully flees. And the recall... Yeah, with the damaged shield systems, the enemy can now only recharge up to one layer of shields. Now your cannons will be able to punch through the shields and damage the hull. Continue fighting under enemy ship. Okay. You return to stations. I don't have a healing bay. Can I? Auto fire on, auto fire off. I do enjoy auto fire if I don't have, if I have like only lasers that are synced up. But otherwise it's probably smarter to not use auto fire. Your vessel breaks apart. You salvage some material from the remains. You can hover over any of your salvaged item for more information. A repair room. Consumables, seal all breaches and repair 2 system damage in target room. Tool, instant projectile speed 300, cooldown 10 seconds. While costly, many veteran crews can attest to these automated repairs being the decisive factor in this survival. A bolt cannon. Hull damage per shot 1, projectile speed. Okay, projectile speed is probably relevant. Charge time 10. Medium chance of fire, small chance of hull breach, inflicts mana crew damage. And scrap metal. Used to upgrading your ship systems and purchasing items at a merchant. Loadout. You have acquired a repair drone, which is a piece of crew equipment. Crew equipment offers powerful bonuses that can greatly enhance the effectiveness of your crew. Equipment can only be equipped in slots that match their type. Since your repair drone is a tool, it must be equipped with a tool slot. Is this... yeah, it's shown there. Equip your repair drone by clicking and placing in the appropriate slot. You have also acquired a new starship weapon to equip. Ah, there's a discard. Neat discard button. To equip it, click the weapon in the cargo and place it in one of the empty armament slots. Goes to the panel. Right, so if I compare, Judge 12, projectile speed is the same. You have number of shots only 1, medium chance of fire, small chance and inflicts mana crew damage. Medium chance of fire, small chance of hull breach and inflicts mana crew damage. Okay. And you can switch exile, your crew member's type, Imperial Enforcer. Okay. Note the total power capacity of your weapons. This system is not enough to power all of your weapons. Your weapon system has a capacity of 2 power bells, while your 2 weapons require a total of 3 power to operate. If you want to power both of your weapons, you will need to upgrade your weapon system. Upgrade. Upgrade panel. You can spend scrap here to upgrade your ship's system, subsystem, reactor. It's like FTL. It's crucial to keep your system upgraded as you journey through the void, right? Give me more weapon power. Now fully powered. A sun energy spike has destroyed the life support system. This could be dangerous. Without life support, the oxygen you ship will gradually deplete and eventually suffocate your crew. You can use the repair drone you equipped earlier to repair your life system remotely. Certain pieces such as consumers of psychic powers will also grant an active ability. The abilities will appear on the portrait of the crew they are attached to. Click the repair drone ability to target your life support system. That's neat. Last thing, your translocator has been enabled. You can use it to board enemy ships, escape from difficult situations, or simply get around to get around your ship faster. Try it. 12 seconds cooldown. Concludes your training. As you set out, be on guard against a craving pirate, the cultist, and the Imperial who yet clings to this fallen deity. Let none bar your path to the Vault of Souls, only within its urgent flames lay our destined salvation from this forsaken realm. When you're ready, ensure you're manning the command throne and press the 1 button to continue with the journey. Sure. Simple tutorial, and squadrons of raider clan ships are clustered around a white dwarf, preventing the jump. One of them breaks off from the rest and begins moving on your location, weapons blazing. Yeah, you don't really... It's Q and W, probably E and R instead of 1 and 2, which is... Yeah, you can set control groups. Fucking missed, but our weapons are down. I need the laser to hit first. Otherwise the bolt will not pierce the shields. And I'm gonna... Oh, you can see what weapon they have. What do I have here actually? Command throne, shields, engines, weapons bay, sensors, door control, and life support. Alright, command throne is empty. Right. I'm gonna upgrade my So what I really like to do from the get-go always is to upgrade the sensors. And I assume they work similarly to FTL. Here I have an old Imperial shrine. Its structure is worn, but its solemn presence commands respect. Pledge yourself to the Imperial cult? Yes. You serve fealty and devotion to the Imperial cult. The radiant warmth flood your veins like the rays of the sun itself, igniting your faith with renewed strength. All crews to 10 hull integrity. Oh. So we had 4. No. It's a repair, not a... Imperial Shrine activated. Imperial citizens units appear more frequently in rewards at merchant. Only 1 shrine may be active at a time. Yeah, it is a repair, not a increase. Within moments you receive a communication request from a nearby starship. It's a supply barge of one of the local guilds. Talk. Do you? Some rebels try to deorbit one of the those colony hubs. Why would you do that? No missile by currently installed. Missile template. Missile template, saber missile. Okay, so missile bays work differently from... FTL. They're just a system, and then use different templates. Okay, med drone, repair drone, hull integrity patch, munitions, repair maximum. Right, I don't really need anything from you. Systems, wait, auto surgeon to heal off friendly Q in the room, judges every jump. House crack, constructs biomechanical worker house. Active missile template, right. So, can I afford that? Yes, but no template, so whatever. Not a great job. Arrive at your destination in front of a damaged Imperial warship. It immediately targets, locks you, ship, and fires. Mistakes were made, I guess. Imperial recruit. Right. And I like to target, upgrade the sensors because it allows me to see whether or not I caused a fire. Well, not this time. Now, question: do I get additional? Do I get additional scrap if I board? I don't know. I wonder what fractions are in the game. 2 munitions. Is it a nude? A death cult vessel. Okay, death cult sounds. Death cults are never that great. The ship shows signs of damage, but does not seem to have diminished their belligerent. Oh, well, why would they want to die, don't they? Also, into the rooms on your ship, achieving an equal high sensor strength than the enemy sensor strength will grant visibility into enemy ship. Manning and upgrading improves sensor strength. Okay, so I assume you have an energy beam. Charge time, hull damage per room hit. Beam length 50, does not affect shields. So they have beam weapons, and they have that is an ability of their commander, I assume. Okay, I need to shoot them at the same time. Now, they have the thing. Oh, that's neat. It shows what... It shows the jammed systems. Oh, that was a big hit. Apparently, I assume we killed someone. With that bolt. Okay, well, they've repaired it. I just noticed they're floating in space. You can survive container survival blast. You have to retrieve one of them before the rest are lost to the ride. Number of shots 1, charge time, that's a missile template. Hold damage per shot, munitions cost, stuns crew in every crew target room and adjacent rooms for 8 seconds. But you do 1 damage, okay. I don't have a missile buy, as it correctly states. When the shipyard floats into view, it appears to be a safe place to rest. Here you introduce cross-sector machine slaves, scavenge munitions. Machine slaves are for a different faction, probably. You cross, however, saying a machine slave instead of a droid, immediate just 50% more grimdark. You cross paths with supply-laden vessel of the Weircut. Unwilling to yield the initiative, targets the vessel and opens fire. This guy has 2 weapons. How much per shot? 2. Right, what do we actually see? Husk, Berserker, Husk, Berserker. Right, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna try launch it in here. And then you go in there. And my life system is broken. think they'll be fine. Recall. You go here. Yeah, I need to shoot that immediately. Okay, you go back in. This guy is pretty tanky for our current level, I think. Okay, not quite tanky enough. The enemy crew has been killed. You search through the remains of a few useful items, scrap metal and munitions. With the enemy crew eliminated, you waste no time retrieving the vault support to ship. Okay, so killing them actually does provide additional stuff, apparently. You go there, you go in here. Upgrade me. Shields. I still have to... Oh, that's for the engines. Right, that's fine. However, no evasion does show it's not that great. Okay, you go help here. Oh, the sled is still present. It's neat. I actually had hoped I would get some of the weaponry, but apparently not. Warp me. Have a rest. Right. Gonna have to look at your cartographic data indicates the presence of an Imperial munitions depot. As you approach, a Corsair starship suddenly drops out. The starship begins firing at the depot. The workers of the depot blocks request for help. Yes. I am a member of the Imperial cult. So that ain't gonna happen. I like that it shows the sensor strength up here. What do they have? They have shields. Shoot at those first. They have weapon, but they only have one weapon and they will not go through my shields, I don't think. Inflict significant damage upon the enemy hull at the expense of deficiency against shielding. Okay, the shield blocks one hit per stack, not based on damage. Oh, you can actually hover over these to also show this. That's kinda neat. They have one Corsair, a husk, actually more than one husk. Continue shooting at the shields, cause fire. Burning people out was always kind of my favorite way of playing the FTL. And I hope there are good fire weapons in this game. Scrap metal. Missile template. Heavy disruptor missile and 9 munitions. The depot workers thank you for saving their lives. They decide to transfer over shipment of munitions. We know you will put these to good use. Number of shots, shot time, projectile speed, ion damage. So there are ion missiles. I don't know if FTL are those. What do we have? A merchant mechanic or an abstract wound? Let's check the abstract wound. I know what a merchant does, but I don't know what the abstract wound does. You cruise past the skeletal remains of an Imperial colony. Contains nothing of interest, and you press on. Have another rest. You come across an abandoned munitions depot. It is in suspiciously good shape, but whatever supplies that lay within may very well be worth the risk. Scan for suspicious activity. A detailed scan uncovers the depot as part of an elaborate raider trap, realizing the failure of the ruse, the raiders recklessly attack. It's an energy beam, they can't really do anything. They have one Corsair, two Husk, who also have 3 damage, but only 15 health. Right. On I go then. And you can just beef with their commander. If I recall correctly, I've seen a video once where they had like, if I also just see it, they have melee weapon slots. Enemy crew has been killed. You search the remains of a few useful items and a storm cannon too. Why didn't they equip that? So that's an upgrade for my storm cannon. Small chance of fire, required power 2. Like, we're just gonna take that, no? active munitions. Move you here and you here. Because that's just an upgrade. Everyone to positions again. Everything that can be used does have a little console there. Very nice. Abstract wound. You come across a subspace rupture of unprecedented magnitude. It bleeds distortion across the fabric of space-time. Within the rupture lies the promise of unseen terrors and cruel fates. Approach the rupture. As you approach the rupture, your senses begin issuing a warning alert. A hostile entity has been detected. Your view screen flickers to life. You are not prepared, but then none of them were. Ships with bones on them. A pit lord. Immune to suffocation, reduces enemy DPS by 1. Moves very slow, cannot man repair or extinguish. Summon 2... What is this? Dual control sensors, weapons bay. Engines, the shields, a demon heart. Controls the ship's maneuvering and regenerates damaged systems. The demon heart is much more equivalent to the nervous center of those starships. So. Right, because it doesn't... It's a demon ship. What one do you actually have? Charge time 9, iron damage 1. Oh, and he just summoned skeletons here. In my boat. How dare you? Well, one of my boys is nearly dead. Breached, he has 85 health. Which is approximately as much as my champion has. Yeah, we're gonna need to rest after this. This is what repairs, is it? So let's blow that up. Or just the entire shop. I like the idea of demon ships. Necrotizing reagents. Richer materials to summon a necrolurch. And a survivor, a husk. Oh, I choose one. The thing that stood watch dies without ceremony. As if this moment had already been said. Ahead, the subspace rupture awaits. Increased game difficulty past the rupture. I think I'll pass on that right now. The machine slave, you now work in the engine. Stargate. I assume Stargates are just to the next sector. You approach the Stargate. Blood Cult Sector, Techno Cult Sector. Neutral War Zone, Exclusion Zone. I wanna know what exclusion is. Region besieged by the force of Eric, region controlled by the Techno Cult. You drop back into real space, arriving at a sector controlled by the Cult of Blood. Known for the vast knowledge of forbidden sorceries, along with an unusual predilection for torture, the followers of the Black God are not to be trifled with. Well, don't call it corn, I guess. We have a merchant, weapons dealer. A gore shrine. I don't want a gore shrine, but I'll visit it and just see if I can desecrate it. Also, ooh, it's a straight merchant ship here. You're able to salvage some supplies. That is very nice. So we can upgrade this and this. And this and this. And we do have some more weaponry. Then loadout here, weapon templates. Miss the terror missile. What does this do? Hull damage, munitions cost, Sun's crew, energizing rooms for 8 seconds, and you deal iron damage, which ignores shield. Can I fuck with the shrine? You come across a small deserted outpost. Nothing appears after the ordinary. Set for a pattern of complex sigils pointing towards a single fleet corpse nailed to the entrance. It's a shrine to an ancient god. A ship suddenly emerges from hiding. It bears the darkly regal heraldry of the blood cults. You will be my sacrifice to Ariok. That's thralls. Demonic thralls and a ritualist. Yeah, they will not breach. They will not be able to breach my massive weapon arsenal at this point. Oh, he has cast a healing projectile sacrifice near the friendly thrall for enhanced healing. That's kinda neat. Scrap metal, munitions. After disposing the enemy ship, you set your sights on Sean Head, opposed with malevolent fire. Threat from the sacrifice of this threat. No, leave. But at least we got some cultists. Buy me. Systems, modules, consumables, ship armament, consumables, modules, merchant mechanic. And you can technically just attack them, I guess. Supply ship flash into respace to conduct you wanting to trade. Talk each day the Emperor intensify its efforts to quell the growing insurgency. Each day more citizens turn to banditry for survival. What do you have? Plus 10 HP to all citizens, Imperial citizen units. That's kinda neat because I have a lot of those. Actually, you are not a citizen, you are an exile. Siege bombard. Bombards enemy ship with artillery. Consumes 3 units of munitions to deploy. More factory than cannon. A siege bombard is an ungainly but effective design that has seen service in countless campaigns. Constructs damage mechanic hero hosts or fires a psychic blast and stuns enemy crew. I want the big gun. It sounds great. Launch base can load enemy crew. Prioritize enemy crew and deals 140 damage to them when loading. 10 HP to all cultist units. No. Antidote. Poison immunity suffered nearby our crew. A med drone and a repair drone. No. Take me the med attack boosters and the big gun. Oh, you can control where you put it. That's kinda neat, actually. Sell. And then get me munitions. How many munitions do I have? 28. Get me 3 of those. So you require 1 energy. You cannot... You do not have a slot for a worker. On I go. Shipyard. Abandoned shipyard floats in view. It appears to be a safe place to rest. I will repair 10 hull points. Yeah, okay, so at every one of those you can just do something. You can't damage your starship, they open fire at you. It is actually already damaged and they're currently burning to the ground. Okay, they are no longer burning to the ground. They already have 2 shields. But yeah, they cannot pierce. Explosion scatters scrap metal. And I think I do not visit the other shipyard. Oh, fire from a demon-possessed starship. Which, does it have a heart? Storage vault, full of valuable. Move crew here to extract its contents. Siege bombard, well, I don't like that. Powers all for ship's weapon systems, engines, shields at the demon heart, yeah. Fleshling, what a name. How much damage did you deal? You missed. Energy beam 2. Well, it destroyed my bomber cannon. Oh, and then they have flashlings who just move in and... They look horrifying. Move stars, cannot man repair or... Cannot man repair or... What was that? Okay, it's gone. You, machine husk, just go there. Actually, don't do that. Well, then bring the vault along. Iron carbine, scrap metal, kills the 1 iron damage to nearby enemy systems. Type weapon. Bolt knives, 2 DPS to all radar outlaw units. I don't have radar outlaw units. Choose one. I'll take the iron carbine. And then I can equip that on a weapon slot. Now he has more. Yeah, then I have 70 health because of my module. They just need weaponry. The strike merchant ship, scavenge some munitions, I'll take that. Also, back to positions. Missile base, missile template system, ships armament, shaman crew contracts, psychomancy, and consumables. I want a sword. Wonderful, another possessed frigate. Feeling of supernatural dread washes over you moments that you find yourself under attack by a bizarre warship. Something very wrong about the ship, apart from the fact that it is bones. Okay, what I'm gonna do, you here. Scrap metal electrobaton. 1 DPS against targets with under 50% max health, 50 max health. Stuns the enemies for 5 seconds on kill. That's kinda neat. Oh. We just blasted. I like the idea of just... I do like the idea of just demon ships. It's always kind of fucked up. As most demon things tend to be. At least in pop culture. Alright, on I go to the shaman. Little plan in the background. Right over the siege platform here. Number of munitions. I have apparently a lot of munitions. Right, you take this. Actually, no. Give that to Valius. Shaman. Cargo freighter slowly moves toward you. The campaign captains and the friendly greetings is just a trade. To the black gold, the gruesome rituals of solemn duty, a testament to the commitment to our ex-costs. They believe they are chosen champions. This invade the galaxy in the lifeblood of the unworthy. I will probably do that at some point. Imperial recruit. Elvish brute, employed in ceaseless toil. The stench of this sweat aboard Imperial vessels is one of the universal constants. Another Imperial recruit or a blood witch. Cast of rejected, still hostile, type psychic. Let Langer be the lone for... Right, I don't know if I have a psyker. I don't. Because, yeah, I can check the equipment slots and I don't have a psyker. Antidote, repair drone, hold integrity patch. How many systems do I have that need manning? 2. So, welcome aboard. You go here to the doors, you go to the sensors. Actually, you go here and you go there. Because this way, my 2 stronger boys are closer to the launch bay. You approach the Stargate. Infernal Sea. Large region of space set up a hole by subspace rifts. On the fringes of Imperial space. Yeah, let's do that. And then take the exclusion zone next. One of the many protostar wastes interspersed across habitable space. Few colonies remain here. Those that must do, ever vigilant. Listening station. Direct cultists are here, but it has long been pocket clean. You arrive near the large star. Suddenly, a blood cultist starships appears on your flank and begins shooting. All of the demons just around. Content 3. Okay. Load them in, shoot them out. Extreme heat detected. Oh. Yeah, we should probably deal with that. Wonderful. Enemy his crew has been killed. You search the remains and find a few useful items. Recall, close the door. Everyone go to his position, except you. You should probably wait a second. Infernal energy detected, or a listening station. You come across the hidden outpost of the Raider clans. Though it appears to have been deserted long ago, there still functioning signal in one of the side antechambers. The relay utilizes an ancient powerful technology capable of broadcasting messages at ranges far greater than conventional equipment. This said that certain Raider clans use this technology for managing the networks of operatives across the galaxy. You have the opportunity to broadcast the position. Move on. For now, Imperial Cult it is. Okay. Oh, you can go there? A technical probe. As you transfer the asteroid field, you take notice of an ever-increasing number of small, regular holes bored into the rocks. You finally come upon a technical vessel. They alarmed by the intrusion and open fire. I cannot look at the map currently. I was just... Can I go in between? They have an insane amount of weaponry. Holy shit. Is all of that active? Well, it isn't anymore. Oh, they have a missile. The gods have spoken. We submit to your will. Accept these resources as offering. Sure. You go up here. Okay. Warp. No, this was there, right. So I couldn't go to here. Right. High temperatures. I do not like high temperatures. Literally, I want more rain. But storms in space are probably not that nice. Hidden research facility, module corpse effigy. Discard. Half the repair speed of poisoned enemies. As the strange miasma engulfed the tribes and it brought upon them a spectral torpor, their movements slowed to an unearthly pace. This slow miasma was accounted for a silent ancient curse emanating from the effigy itself. Sure. Sounds like a cultist item, but I guess it's fine. Attack the Raider vessel. We do be Imperials. Okay, you have to click it to start, and then it shoots automatically at the end. Oh, it continues shooting. And then I have to depower it, I guess. That's a missile bay, isn't it? What do they have? Putrefactor creates toxic gas. Yeah, the missiles are, as always, a problem. They fucking missed. Z and X. I like how the boys are just like floating in space. If you reinforce my fleet harass begins engaging you. You escape but not without suffering. Motherfucker, I helped you. Also, I'm with the Imperial Cult. What are you doing? You're traversing through an asteroid field and suddenly a death cult vessel emerges from behind cover to engage you. Cool. So there is the Blood Cult, the Death Cult. I assume there's the Imperial Cult. Oh, he'd be summoning skeletons again. No, he just slowed me. Asteroids be doing asteroid things. We can see take we have and leave as a piece. I don't need a. I need a Hellfire missile template. I don't have a missile buyer. Discretion is teleport yourself in nearby allied crew to target room. Oh. Is extensive, but amidst the wreckage you find and recover a small amount of usable supplies. I'll take that. And then I think you're the only one who can equip that. No, you can equip it. These guys can equip it. But he is probably the guy who will go in. Alright, I can upgrade. I get apparently a lot of scrap, actually, a lot more than I expected. Charge in 1.5 seconds. Ichi grants one shield berry for every 2 power bars. Ichi can block. How fast do those recharge? Strange going around and suddenly you realize that someone is speaking to you over the comm system. Disfigured disease ridden man lights up in your control screen, begins babbling up at your surrender. You shut it off and prepare for combat. Siege bomber. You consume 3 munitions to deploy and then you're just active. You don't use it for every shot. Okay, the siege bomber actually at this point shoots fast enough that it completely obliterates enemy shields by itself, which is great. Can I have multiple siege bombards? That would be amazing. Merchant mercenary broker. Major threat detected. Well, we're gonna fight that. Raise space and find yourself staring at the familiar void of steep space. You move on. How much does this cost? Yeah. Really feels like I have a lot of scrap. I don't know if that's just a tutorial thing. You arrive in orbit around a barren distant moon. A preliminary scans of the moon's surface reveals a series of geometric tunnel structures clustered around the South Pole, like the remnants of some long-lost investigative civilization. Investigate. Search the tunnel structure and find nothing but a few skeletons. Big threat. Oh, that's a big boat. You catch movement in the asteroid field. Slow, deliberate, not drifting, not dead. An old miner, armed and armed, hull bristling with stolen weapons and bad intentions. An old mining ship. This is actually a big boy. What do they have for commandos? They have siege missile launcher, launches devastating missiles. Shiv missile rack launches 2-shot volley of small missiles, and a flare missile battery launches 3-shot of breaching ordnance. Auto surgeon, dual control, terror amplifiers, sensors, engines, shields, and a command thrower. They don't have weaponry; they only have missiles. Charge from cover. Right. Deploy. So we will just... Oh, the commandos immune to suffocation. Yeah, of course they would be. Well, this is breached. This is breached. However, we can now shoot back. Yeah, we're gonna have to repair those at some point. This is the breaching one, those are the annoying ones. Okay, I like the ordnance battery, it's great. And I do wonder if you can have multiple of those. Because of, yes, I want to just cram a ship full with entirely ordnance batteries. Just auto-firing. It's probably gonna be a bit too expensive. But it is very effective. Hulking mining vessel tears apart. You're able to recover some useful material from the remains. You survive the wreckings able to locate some useful materials. Survivor, a gene soldier. Suffocation, weakness. Red outlaw. So that's a big boy. Module spectral drivers. Your ship can now dodge spells using its evasion attribute. Or a missile. I'll take the module. And then we're gonna have to go ahead and repair some stuff. You should probably not be in here then. Yeah, you also go out. You leave this room. You can now go back in here. And we should probably warp before we try to repair anything more. Toxic vapor seeks through instant interstices between rooms. A spiny cult warship overtakes you and begins attacking. Not talking. Basically the exact opposite of talking. I don't think I need the ordnance battery here. What do you have? Corrosive gas detected. That doesn't sound great. Corrosive gas. Okay, the gas, I assume, just deals damage. Wonderful. Any spec detected in the engine room, they plan to escape. Well, we're not gonna allow that then. Except we just miss. Maybe we'll allow it. Maybe we do in fact allow it. Well, we missed again. How much evasion do they have? 15%? We have more evasion, but we do not dodge. Alright. We hit enough. Okay, you guys over here. Don't go through that room. Repair that room, and then you two can repair. Go ahead and repair that room. Should be possible. Okay. It is time we leave. And have a little rest. You approach the Stargate. Death Cult Sector, Exclusion Zone. You arrive on the outskirts of an exclusion zone, a region of space demarcated by Imperial astrogations authorities as areas containing subspace anomalies of magnitudes greater than Class 6. The path ahead is long and treacherous, but those who come ready may find great rewards. I am ready. Gore Shrine, again, not interested. Except for maybe what we can kill there. I think I'll just skip that. Counter war cult vessel being pursued by an Imperial patrol ship. Leave the war cultists to their fate. The cultists are my enemies. Have a rest. You arrive at the jump net to see death cult ships under attack by an Imperial patrol vessel. No. Oh, look! A derelict ship bloat mine. Damage nearby systems and death. Spawns toxic gas and death. Immune to poison, immune to suffocation. Immune to suffocation, immune to poison. Kills ground +1 DPS for the duration of the encounter. Cannot man repair, extinguish, or sabotage. It suddenly reaches the action of pure energy spread across your hulls. You prepare for battle as the possessed ship orients its guns at you. That's a system kind of 3 with a number of shots of 6. So that will go through my... That will absolutely go through my my defense. You defend. You go help him. And then the ordnance should go for it. We definitely need to take out the weapon system. And they have a weapon system, a missile launcher, and a greater demon heart, which summons demons. Anomaly surge detected. Right. Blast them. Don't just miss every shot. Well, you're gonna die. Yep. And then this thing is broken. Unfortunately, Storm Cannon is still active, which was the bigger problem in the first place. But I think we should be fine. Everybody back to positions, and you go there. And that is a Greater Demon Heart. Summoned me some demons. Crap metal. Subspace Melchum subsides. Okay, so that took off a lot of my health. The Storm Cannon 3 was unexpected. That is a lot higher than I thought. Oxygen will only replenish upon warp, huh? It's kind of interesting. Repair me my scanner. Your max. Sensor strength 3. Autopilot 50. So this only increases autopilot ability, which isn't really irrelevant, but more evasion is good. So I think the highest sensor strength you can get is 4, which is 3 and then 1 more from crewing it. We definitely need to visit the merchant. You pass through a deep space region affected by a massive rift storm. The chaotic energy of the rift is running, but your space remains barren. Yeah, definitely need that mechanic and probably need some metal for him. Ship access subspace, and you find yourself in front of a sprawling techno-cult shrine. Explore it. As you reach it, the shrine. It's literally just a machine priest. You hear a faint humming, sound growing louder. Suddenly a group of zealots emerge from the shadows and confront you. They are determined to protect their shrine. Unfortunately for you, both of you have less than 50 health. Which means you are gonna take a lot of extra damage. Arc rifle. Plus 1 DPS plus 3 DPS when near enemy ship systems. Interesting. Would you like to have that? Alright, get the mechanic. I do not have scrap, which maybe have been a mistake. Talk. Everyone laughed when I said blasters were just as important as shielding back at the academy, but I'm still standing here and they are not. Some kind of 2 red. What do you offer me? Husk rack, biomechanic workers, auto surgeons, recharge the jump, fires past psychic blast, desecrated shrine, another meditech boosters, a corsair, imperial recruit, or another imperial recruit. No, we will repair as much as possible. Alright, on I go, definitely to the shipyard. Several small asteroids skip off your hull as you're in your 3 space. Luckily they are harmless. A derelict ship drifts into view, flashing in tendrils. Cannot move, cannot extinguish. Attacks slow enemy crew. Moves fast. The ability to teleport. Okay. You prepare for battle as the British ship. Okay. You go in here. They do not have a vault, they have a munitions bay. Loads and fires missiles. Right. Oh wait, this thing is still here. It doesn't attack, so we're fine. Anomalous surge detected. For now, shoot at the weapons and their missiles. And apparently just miss all of them. These things just open up my hull and I hate it. I think they only have 3 guns with 1 shot each, so they're not dangerous. The demon rod repairs automatically, and it summons in some demons. Wait, it missed. The demon summoning missed. Really, you missed all of them. All of the shots. Okay. Strength 4 out of 11. Currently, most of the enemies aren't that strong, but I assume there are difficulty grades. Motherfucker, how do we just miss everything? Okay, fuck it. Get in there then. Where's DPS +2? And out. That's a problem. You in there. You run away. Okay. Shoot the rocket system again. And hit for a change. That would be great. I think at this point I'm just gonna deploy you still. Because my normal weaponry just does not hit. Should have deployed that a lot earlier. Blow mine. One oxygen tank, immune to suffocation. I will take that. I think I still have a good amount of... okay, back to positions. The demon tentacle is still here. Well, you should leave. Can't move, cannot extinguish. Well, active threats are present. Okay, so someone's gonna have to fight it. We're just gonna have a meat shield there. You now work in the cannons. And we're back to our original crew. You take this, and then you can't equip tools, you can take this. Wait, do you still live? No. You're passing through a vast asteroid field spanning a region when you happen upon a direct shipyard. Preliminary scans indicate the facility possesses an unusual high level of automation. Investigate. As you approach, the shipyard erupts into a frenzied display of activity. Automated machinery operates at an astonishing pace, rapidly assembling a nightmarish vessel of deformed metal. Lofty's description. Adorned with malevolent independence and shrouded in profane energies, it effortlessly lights off the slipway and attacks. Stormcannon 2, number shots, Pewter Factor 2. Okay, they have enough shot. You know what? Fuck it, deploy. Toggle descriptions. They have a sense of strength of 3 and we have one of 1. Get rid of the weapons. And kill the demon heart, apparently. I love this thing, holy shit, it's amazing. It's like a better version of the artillery laser, of the artillery beam. The immediate vicinity becomes clouded with wreckage after explosion, and some can still be utilized. The automated shipyard has disintegrated in a cloud of fine dust. This is completely spent by the construction of the possessed starship. You move on. You encounter a black-colored ship under attack by an Imperial patrol vessel. Leave them alone. Have a repair there. Go to the shipyard. We're gonna need some ship repair. Abandoned shipyard floats into view. It appears to be a safe space to rest. We will repair 10 hull points. I like that you can't just fight in the med bay, which is something I probably did way too much in. Okay, I just realized I can only go to the merchant shaman, but that's fine, I think. Intruders detected. A tendril. Attack slow enemy crew. Yeah, just deploy. We're just gonna buy more and more munitions, but that thing is just too good not to use. Kill the tendril. What the fuck is this? Stygian worm. Actually, you two shoot there. Okay. Number of shots. Missions cost 1. Oh yeah, you go here. Can I shoot at myself? No. Okay, you're gonna need help. Or actually, you probably won't gonna need help. Okay, you should leave 3 munitions. Very nice. So whenever I get 3 munitions, the thing basically paid for itself. You mentioned from subspace inside the murky depths of a rift storm. An old starship floats over you. It looks like it has been drifting for centuries. Investigate. You board the ship and search its depths for useful material. Not much can be recovered, but you do manage to secure an intact supply. Ooh, armor for the boy. Kill steel. One. What other weapons do I have? One that appears while nearby enemy ships. The baton. I think I want the baton on this guy. And then you can have the gun. Alright. Warp on. A techno-cult pilot contacts you for help, lamenting the corruption of a starship's machine core by an infernal sentience. The starship appears to be undergoing a radical transformation, and you soon witness a pilot consumed by the rapidly mutating structures surrounding him. The newly mutated vessel targets your ship, a blood golem. And a fleshling. Yeah, you just go and help this guy, and then we deploy again. Over here. Anomalous search detected. Which ripped something open again. I hope the Hulk can do it on time. Though actually, I have someone who's immune to suffocation, so maybe I should just send him in. Yeah, the machine slave managed. Hound. Immune to fires. All of the demons are immune to suffocation, which is really annoying. Yeah, you need to leave. You need to leave. No, not you. You. And you can go kill this guy. He is so very low. Okay, everything repaired. How much dodge can we actually get, though? Also, this ship does not look like a ship that dodges. An ancient colony orbiting a barren planet to investigate. The colony is open in is an advanced state of decay. There is little time for you to mount a salvage operation before it begins re-entering the atmosphere. But a small amount of salvage, that's fine. And a tool, an antidote. Unfortunately, I did not have a slot for it. On I go. Well, we can sell it then. Emerge from subspace hidden inside a large asteroid belt. Several wrecked ships are visible in the distance. Sweep for an ambush. Oh, because you're a raider outlaw. I think this guy is a raider outlaw. Oh wait, there's a... I think that's just this sign here, isn't it? Right, sweep for an ambush before investigating. One of your crew members insists on conducting further extensive sweeps. They advise you of certain areas that in their experience will are the ideal location for hiding starships. You conduct multiple sensor sweeps before finally picking up a lurking vessel. The pilots are discouraged by your lightness and leave the area. A kinetic lance. Number of shots 1, charge time 11, projectile speed 2400. All amateur shot 1, starts fight pre-charge, charges per jump 2. Creates hull breach, inflicts mana critical damage, slows crew in target room for 6 seconds, creates multiple breaches in target room. That sounds fun. Switch me that around with a bolt cannon. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We do actually just have enough. Okay, we do not have enough, but we can have all the weaponry. You start with 2 charges. No, you charge with 1 charge or with 2 charges? Charge per jump 2. Cooldown. Charge time 11. Now, do you charge charges or do you just have 2 charges that you can use? Imperial supply ship flashed into real space. They conduct you wanting to trade talk. It's said that some husks remain faint echoes of the former selves. Their memories twisted and tormented, so it's a chilling reminder of the cost of pursuing knowledge at any price. That's psychomancy. Psychomancy, don't use that. Necromancers, no, but a recruit I'll take. A recruit I'll take. And then we just repair as much as possible. And we grab all of the munitions you offer me. Wonderful. Loader, you get this thing, and then you live in the sensor room, I guess. And then that actually reminds me, I wanted to upgrade my doors. Alright, save positions, warp on, warp further. Fuck. Son, fire engulfs your viewport. You seem to have stumbled into the midst of a major Imperial fleet action against the infernal cults. Whereas still, proximity indicates that you're dangerously close to the local star. Suddenly, a cloud of sorcery sweeps across your command deck. A twisted animation of spacecraft lumbers into view. Not gonna try and pronounce that. It's fine. You can just fight him. And then you can go here and fight him. What weapons do you have? Storm Cannon 2, Pewter Factor 2, Pewter Factor 2. Why were those weapons disabled? We can just open that up. Yeah, expected as much. Alright, fire. Oh, you ignore shields. Ooh. Well, you're on auto then. Okay, but you do actually not recharge, you just shoot twice. Okay. Extreme heat detected. Where is it burning? It's burning here, that's fine. Fiendish reagents. Return materials to summon a fiend. Or 1 burden. And then a scrap metal. I'm not gonna use the reagents, so the battle continues. Oh, you can stay. Nah, I'll leave. I don't need to stay. Extinguish that. Load out. That is psychic. I am not a psyker, and I do not want one. Stargate once again. Desolate sector. Bubonic territories. Death Lords. Yeah, just take the Desolate system. One of the many protostar wastes. Listening station. Merchant mercenary broker. Then there we have modules, systems, crew contracts, munitions. So if I go to this merchant, the mechanic, I can only go to the shaman, not the ordnance expert. But I think I'll do it anyway, because I think I like the munitions more. Discover an abandoned Kusei hole drifting in space. Scorch marks suggest this vessel wasn't set by an Imperial patrol ship. That's a good fella. You board and ooh, munitions and some armor. 2 times my drone, I'll take that. So you have everything, you get the armor. And you get yourself a med kit. Actually, 2 med kits. Encounter a blood-cold warship on a cutting mission that reacts aggressively to a presence and opens fire. Who would have thought that the... Ooh, that's neat. A Blood Knight. 130 Cobble Cultist Psychic Commander. Blast all into shields. Ah, well, we're gonna have to repair that. We're gonna have to repair that. Wonderful. Scrap metal munitions, very nice. So, I think my focus is gonna be using this against the enemy shields. And then just blasting them. A Blood Cult starship ambushes you. Of course they're insane, they're in a cult. Right, onto the shields you go. Or not. Is that a flak that they have there? Magnetic pulse. Projectile count 3. Storm cannon and an energy beam. Okay. Fucking hell, missed. I like the idea of this pre-charged weapon that has, that only has a specific amount of times you can fire it. I don't know if I've seen anything like that in the game before. Like in other games, yes, but not in one of these types. To be fair, there aren't that many of these types, I don't think. I also have not really used my launch bay in like a second. Those are loose. Hopefully they burn down, but I doubt they do. They in fact did not burn down. At this point they're solo though. In I go. Oh wait. If he kills them, he actually damages the ship and would kill himself. So that's probably not a smart idea. I also like how many outside doors the ship has. Makes draining the air-3 airlock really easy. Should have accepted the surrender. Mostly broken equipment, psychomancy. Oh, don't want high temperatures. I don't like high temperatures. Imagine there's a friendly talk. Sail through the murder mist. It's shroud of sorcery and ghost of fury stars, driving Imperial cruisers and boats of homicidal friendly. I think it is a befitting harbinger of Crom's wrath. What do we have? A shank. Plus 4 DPS. Holy shit. A spiked club. Plasma projector. You know. A centurion. Imperial citizen. Well, you sound like fun. Let's get you a murder weapon. Can I actually... I cannot switch their position on the... on that. Right, so you live here. Do they actually gain experience? I don't think they gain experience here. So, having you on the boards improves weapon charge speed. That's probably more important than the Let's upgrade our scanners. This costs 180 and 70? Yeah. Alright. On I go. I will visit a shipyard. There's little of interest here. Nearby Deep Space B has been hijacked to broadcast a typical Corsair profanity level against the Empire. I can go to the munitions or to the ordnance expert, and I will. I will repair the null blades. Two fusion chargers, do 5 damage to nearby systems. Well, I don't really have anyone with equipment available. Etheric gate, teleport cast a nearby allied crew to target room. Well, can't use that. You briefly detect a chromic vessel in your sensor, detecting you in return. The violent ionic pulses of a nearby star have masked your presence. This may be a good opportunity to get the upper hand. Many tune your sensors to track the enemy. You're able to make full use of your improved sensor seed to locate the chromic worship and detect the cultist vessel is caught completely by surprise. What do we have here? Skeletons. The Chaos Knight is probably the only issue. So what we're gonna do is we just go in here, and you go in here. And we use the kinetic missile, the kinetic lance to blast this guy. Thankfully I can just get him back. Yeah, enemy crew has been killed. 3 munitions. Nothing else. That's a bit unfortunate. Wonderful. You can actually have complete for good. A blood cold watch is from a nearby dusk cloud. It moves into Tekra and immediately opens fire. You have 4 shields. What? However, what we have... Can I target? I can target enemy rooms. You... Go here. And then these two just blast themselves through the area. Oxygen tank, scrap metal, survivor, engineer. Machine priest, suffocation resistance, poison resistance, repair speed. You know what? Welcome aboard. You live now here, you live here. And then we save positions and continue to the merchant. Chromic ships driven by unquenchable rage, bloodling Aryokang vessels steeped in blood and decadence. These memories have been burned into my mind. What do we have? Missile templates? I don't have a missile launcher though. Maybe I should buy one. I have so much munitions left. Comes with a free... Right, put that there. What do we have? Gladius missile. Number of shots 1, charge time 16, hull damage per shot 1, munitions cost 1, ignore shield. What do we have here? Hull damage per shot, right. So, wait, charge time 16, 1 shot, 1 damage. 2 times damage to system room, so you just deal more damage per shot, but charge longer. Terror missile, which hull damage 1, ignores shield, stuns crew. Or the heavy destructive missile for iron damage. I think I'll keep what I have. Okay. Let's target. Let's see the next sector. I think I should be close to the end. Actually, I am. Imperial Core Worlds. Here I have at the Imperial Core Worlds. Ahead of you lies the terrible artifact known as the Vault of Souls. The Vault of Souls. That's a neat little depiction now. Imperial strike craft. You attack an Imperial warship spreading towards you. With Prime. There doesn't seem to mind the fact that it's about to start a fight inside a densely packed asteroid cluster, as neither do I care about that. I feel like currently boarding enemies is a lot, maybe way too easy. Scrap metal and munitions, it's fine. Recall everyone to positions. Have a rest. Actually, I don't need a rest. Repair hull points. Need to see if there is like difficulty degrees. Steam up starship. You have a vault. Creates fire on death. Thankfully, I think we can just move you in here. But then the third wall, 68 scrap metal. Right, recall crew. And then we can just... Everything fucking missed, holy shit. Right, retrieve one of those. Gladius missile. Didn't I? Well, that was a bad hit. In which case, what we're gonna do is you go in again. Oh yeah, these cannot move, can't they? Oh, you're immune to fire. Do we need to kill the demon heart? Okay, yeah, it kind of makes sense that the demon heart needs to be killed separately. We need to stop missing. You can... Let's go ahead and heal him, and then you can repair that. Everybody else to positions. Okay. Motherfucker, we missed again. Okay, fuck it. Ordnance. You go in here. Gladius missile on their missile system. Gladius missile on their missile system. Oh, my boy died. Positions. Actually, you go in here, you go in here. Why is this combat so difficult? Because I don't hit shit. Reactivate this guy. You over here. Yeah, we don't hit anything. You repair the life support. That was way too... That took way too much of my hull. What can we upgrade? Charge speed, increase system power. Engine. So more shield, more missile power. Status unmanned. You return over here. Oh, you can rename. That's neat. Everybody in positions. However, you are gonna go in here. And you are gonna go in, yeah. That's the new positions. Ironstorm, no thanks. An Imperial Combat, what do you have? Retributor 3, number shots 3. All damage per shot, medium chance of fire, number shots 2. Hull Ripper. Pulse, Imperial Vessel, punch, Trample, and with its value targets that hastily activates weapon and locks onto your ship. I wouldn't have tried to kill you though. You brought this on yourself. The kinetic lance directly just on the shields. If we'd hit for a change, holy shit. Right, we're just gonna have to blast them. Okay, that might have been good enough. Some more rocketry. Okay, that ordnance bay was definitely the correct choice. Scrap metal. Get me one more energy so we can get the engines also to max for a total of 30 dodge. How much is actually 40% evasion at maximum plus 10% from someone being in the command throne? No, plus 5%. So 45% is probably the maximum. Right, let's see the Vault of Souls. I'll probably die here. A vast and terrible vessel appears before you. Its doom engine and infernal monument to interminable war. Its transmission are incoherent, but the hostile intent is clear. Moves into attack. Well, we start with you. What do we have here? Chaos Knight, a Berserker, Conquerors, which is enemy DPS by 1. Well. YOLO in, I guess. Then the kinetic lance can shoot at the shields and actually hit. What do we have here? Nope, it is actually a different game. Storm artillery force 4-shot volley fires a 1-shot, 2-shot, or 4-shot burst of iron missile based on system power. So you are more dangerous. You don't actually have weapon systems, so this one goes down. It very much looks like FTL, yes. Recall. We're gonna have to chill for a second. It very much does look like FTL, yes, but it isn't. And that is the important point. It is basically someone looked at FTL and said, what if Warhammer? Right, missile here. There's also some very distinct differences to FTL. Like for example this thing, which is amazing. Stream energy detected. It shoots a bunch. I barely survived. I need to keep my Gladius missiles in mind. Ah shit, you slow down. Go in. For example, the units, the units actually have like equipment slots that you can put put stuff in. Okay. That is actually released, I think, yesterday, if I recall correctly. Crew aboard the enemy appear to be conducting a ritual. Suddenly protective walls materialize around the enemy's vessel system, shielding from harm. You hear the sound of intruder alarms. A number of hostile machine slaves have materialized aboard ships. Right. You go here. You go there. Unfortunately, my boy died. I assume they are currently protected until... Okay, the sensors no longer matter. You go in here, you repair that. Tech priest remains there, and then you go to the shields again. Positron barrier this detected. Repair this. Immune. Well, fuck. Was about expected as when I had that much issues with the demon vessel a bit earlier. Right, ship has been reduced to a tank of burnt corpse and twisted debris. What do we have? Main menu, new game, exile witch. Okay, we have a resonance currency, mutant for 4,000, cybernetic. A bunch of different possible classes. A witch is a psyker, of course. That deals 15 HP damage to hostile crew. I'm unlocking you. Have a psyker. And then different ships. So basically big differences. Missiles are no longer weapons, they're a separate system. You have from the get-go like launching torpedoes. Weaponry works basically mostly the same, though they have some changes there from what I've seen. View ship list, interdict the relic freighter, vanquish the doom engine. Not sure what they do. And they have different hulls again. Unlocked by purchasing with resonance. Okay. So our variant B is unlocked with resonance. And then the interdictor A. What do you have? Okay, you have husks. You make husks. Crew a single corsair. Yeah, we have crew names. Hardened casing, plus 10% to plus 10 HP to all machine slave units. Disruptor is iron damage, and yeah, this has a husk rack. Oh, we can randomize it. That's also neat. Difficulty normal. Okay, so there is a difficulty system. Wonderful. Do I launch? No, I do not launch. 1.5 hours for the tutorial. Well, 1 hour 40 minutes, 100 minutes for the tutorial mission basically, and then I lose. Oh well. Curse Stealer. I will try. I will play more of this, but not sure whether I'll stream it. Not sure if this lends itself to streaming, but here you can see they have different equipment slots. In this case, it's armor, weapon, and a psychic ability. A weapon, and a tool. Armor, weapon, and 2 tools. And this guy has... And they also, most of them have innate abilities. Like this one can teleport, this one has a psychic ability. Victorian Archives. All classes. Imperial Cruiser. Triumph of Heaven. Destroy the Doom Engine. Yeah, makes sense. Well, we'll try again in the future, but for now, I hope you'll have a nice evening. I need to check what the treasurer wants. Well, I know what he wants, but I have to listen to it. So for now, Toby, thanks for checking in, if basically only at the end. It is very similar to FTL. It very obviously was just, yes, this is FTL, but with a Warhammer 40k skin. And Warhammer 40k mechanics, slightly. Also a bit improvements. I think the missile bay being a separate like system isn't a bad idea. For now, however, I hope you have a nice evening, I hope you have a good night, and I hope you have a nice weekend, because I will not be here tomorrow. Or on Saturday, actually, I think. Anyway, good night, goodbye.